Wait, so Taco, he busted on you and then did what?
What the fuck?
I didn't know if you
Why
wanted
the
to have
fuck
that
is
same conversation on pod.
No, man. That was
What do
I
you
was before
mean?
pod, bro.
My fault, bro.
That's fucking here and now after dark. I mean, before
That
dark.
shit is not getting edited out either. I'm
Hold
gonna
up.
forget immediately.
Anyways,
On the Patreon, put it on the Patreon.
Anything that y'all have said, like, yo, edit that out. I forgot immediately. That shit's still in the video.
Bro.
you must not have
That
any
shit
viewers
did
of the
not get
podcast.
edited out.
You must not have any viewers of the podcast then, bro, because we would have been canceled.
That's true.
We got a few people that be watching all of it, but they just don't care. I mean, we in a time where you could just say whatever, honestly. Like, the stuff we say don't even touch what other people be saying. They be going crazy.
They made cis and cisgender a slur on Twitter.
Well, yeah. What happened?
I don't even know what that is. I mean, it's cisgender what I am.
Yeah. You and from as far as I know, you and Jess are cis. Well, I am too. Wait. Yeah. Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, but how is that a slur? I didn't agree for that to be a slur. What the fuck? Don't you gotta all agree on it?
Nah, it's not, bro. I mean, it's just Elon Musk being Elon Musk, bro. Honestly, nah. I was about to say some crazy stuff about Elon Musk as a billionaire, but
not yet. I wish that nigga was on that submarine.
Oh my god.
I'm in a
bro,
different one.
like I said, I wasn't thinking. Listen, I may or may not have had that same thought 10 seconds ago, but you got it.
We'll get to it. But I got like a top 3 list of niggas that I wish was on that submarine right here. I ain't gonna hold you at all.
Oh my god!
I do. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know if you can.
How is that canceled? I wanted certain niggas to be on there and they weren't.
Nah,
whenever we talk about that, I can't wait.
I just don't know. You can.
You
have to just bleep that whole section. You might have to edit the whole. No.
What do you mean?
It's too soon. We
haven't heard the outcome yet. This is pre-recorded.
The nigga's got it. Okay,
we're recording this on June 21st. We don't know what happened yet.
Okay, yeah.
Schrodinger's submarine. They're both alive and dead right now.
Okay, so since it's 20 to 21st of June, so like who's the top 3 people you want on the submarine a little bit? You know?
The top 3 people I want on the submarine?
Yeah.
Taco, let's answer too. Since it's June 21st, I'd be okay with Elon being on there.
Okay.
I'd be okay with Aiden Ross being on there.
Okay.
And
bro, he's gonna put this shit on his stream, bro. We're cooked.
I'd be okay with EDP being on there.
That's very valid picks. All 3 of them, I gonna hold you.
Exactly. I wasn't gonna say some crazy shit like LeBron James or some shit. Like some niggas just needed to be on that submarine. They needed to be.
And all of them can afford it too. Well, besides ED, I guess. But all of them can afford that shit too, most likely.
EDP can't afford a fucking burger.
You see that shit? Mikey told me this recently. So I guess Gideon was trying to interview him, and he got on the stream, and he saw how many people, and then he said, and he was like, "Nah, you gotta pay me." And then Gideon said, "Fuck no, nigga," and he just dipped off the stream. That was just.
I know Gideon was mad as hell. I'm sure he played it off, but I know for a fact that nigga was mad as hell.
Yeah, he was pretty livid. I ain't gonna hold you. It was pretty kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, Taco, go ahead and say your top 3. It's June 21st, so we don't know what happened.
Well, first, let's start off with the mental health checks and everything. I want to really do a deep dive on this submarine shit. I ain't gonna hold you at all.
Okay. So you wanna do like a highs and lows type shit? Whoa.
Yeah, we can do highs and lows.
Okay, we gotta start off with a low and on a high. Taco, you go first, bro. What's your low?
My low is let me sit down and think about this real quick.
Damn.
What would I say is my low this week? Nah, I'm laying down. I can't say that.
Wait, you do podcasts laying down?
Yeah, bro.
Like just talking on the phone with a girl or some shit. Nigga, sit your ass up. What are you laying down for? Wait, Jez, do you lay down in pod too?
No, I sit on my chair.
Why is this nigga laying down? What the fuck? Nigga, go sit down. What are you doing?
Look,
this nigga Taco, bro. This nigga laying down and potting. That's crazy.
Oh, I could explain. Listen. So I'm doing this shit from my room because I'd be saying crazy stuff. So I can't be. I got family home, so I can't be saying this shit in the living room. But I have no electrical outlet nearby where my desk and my chair is, and it's only on the side of near the windows where my bed is. And so I have my shit connected right now to charge because I don't have a long charger because that shit costs like $40 for the new iPhone.
How do you only got one outlet in your room? I got like 7.
I got like one. I got like 3, but I have like a desk that has like a back that covers the outlet, so
okay.
It's not easily accessible.
That's acceptable, I guess. All right, what's your highs and lows though?
I'll stick my dick. Well, my low would probably be.
Fuck?
Honestly, I don't think I have a low. I can't actually. I shouldn't say that because some bad things can happen. I guess my only low is, I guess it being like bored and shit. Like, cause I'm still trying to look for a fucking job, man, and that shit is not easy because, of course, there is jobs out there that I technically could do, but I'm not gonna bust my ass working trash hours for minimum wage, which is what people are looking. You know what jobs are available in my area right now, and remote jobs. I don't even want a remote job at this point, and the jobs that are decent that aren't like too crazy that I need X amount of experience, whatever. But the jobs that are somewhat decent, all of those, they require like some type of experience in said field. Like it's like I can't think of a good example right now, but like it's stuff that I think I could definitely do, but it's just I don't have the necessary experience or the necessary like degree or whatever to go ahead and try to do that. Even though I definitely could, because I'd be reading like the descriptions and stuff of the job, but I can't. So that's just frustrating. I am losing good money. I'm losing a little bit of money too because my car. I'm still trying to get that fixed. I'm still paying it off. I'm paying off my credit card. I'm paying.
It sounds like you have a lot of lows. You said you didn't have any.
No way.
Are you doing good?
But I don't feel like those are lows. I feel like those are just like everyday shit. Like it's become so.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like
it's not everyday stuff. I mean, it's like stuff because of his current situation. He wouldn't be having those if he wasn't going through this right now. I don't think.
Honestly, this would all be okay if I got my dick sucked or something. But I think, that's mainly my low right now. But my high, I'm okay. I would say my high is probably. Honestly, I've been doing a lot more content, not to like self-promo, but I've been doing a lot of more content on my TikTok.
That's all this channel is.
Tacos and Tamales _ That's my TikTok. I've been doing, speaking of, I probably have to upload mid-pod. But, because, I've been doing, I've been basically uploading one edit, one Overwatch or Apex. Well, it's Overwatch now. Overwatch edit every single day, which is just my fucking play of the games. But I've been slowly trying to do different things with the editing, moving the text around, animation, stuff like that. So, I've just been working on that. I think that's I would say that maybe that's my high. Trying to I noticed that I'm enjoying that, and it's not necessarily. I don't consider it a huge grind because it's just something. An edit or whatever, that's 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I could probably do in 20 minutes. It's fairly quick. So, but it is cool to see me have that kind of somewhat passion and somewhat drive to go ahead and want to do that every single day now. So yeah.
Hell yeah. What about you, Jazz?
So actually building off of what Taco said. I know with the whole job thing. I mean, I'll probably hit you after, and then let you know what I've been a remote job that I have in mind. I don't want to say on podcast things that everyone starts fucking applying for this shit. But I've been looking at some. It's this remote job that is. Sauce? I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know after.
Bro, it's gatekeeping employment.
I'm gonna let y'all know after.
The community wants to know.
Fuck them.
Damn.
So, my low, and they're not old enough anyways. Majority of them. I'm low. My low is probably just kind of what Taco's going through. But mine is work because I guess so the jobs he's turning down is the job I'm working now, basically, and it's still a good paying job, honestly. I will say, because like compared to the places around my job, it does pay us a lot more and more than minimum wage. But at the same time, like with inflation, it still feels like we're not really getting anywhere when it comes to that. And money aside, anyway, because money is just whatever at this point. I just don't like doing stuff that I don't want to do, and like these last like 3 to 4 days, like that really has been my high because I've just been doing a lot of content stuff and really growing. Just basically, kind of what Taco's doing, like just like editing and stuff like that. Like even today, I edited my first video for with the help of Pan, shout out Pan, and like we did like the tier list and stuff like that, and just me going through that and just figuring out how to just the editing software and stuff was mad cool. And I finished it and it felt so rewarding just doing something small like that, and just a whole content sphere. I feel like I'm really gonna like editing. I'm maybe one of those niggas. So I feel like if I put enough more time into it and stuff like that, I got the PC now and stuff. And it's like another skill added to the glove. That's how I see it. So I'm really just down to do that. I love doing that. I've been trying to find my little bit my own way into streaming and stuff like that. But I think I'm getting more used to becoming or not becoming, but like being more of a YouTuber, I think, than a streamer. I think that's more of my lane. Is what I'm realizing now. I feel like I like the recording and then the editing and seeing the comments and stuff like that. Like streaming is still cool too, but I feel like I'm definitely not a streamer. I think that's why I have really been turned off by the whole like Kick versus Twitch shit, because it's like I just kind of realized like I'm not really a streamer at the end of the day. I'm not really connected with that whole side of the content sphere.
I mean, it's like two different muscles. Like it's like working out your arms and your legs. It's literally two different things. Like recording is way different than having to sit in front of a live audience and like stay energetic and entertaining for like a whole 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it may be. It's two completely different things. Like, at least with recording, you can like, all right, let me take a break right quick and then go get you some water or something like that. But it's just two different things.
I feel that. I think that's the primary like. I feel like I can only be in. That's why I do kind of shorter streams. Kind of, I was talking to Miz one time. It's like I don't know how y'all do short streams, like you, Apollo, Mikey, Lakita. Like, I do like when I stream, I do like 6, 7, 8 hours. I'm like I can't imagine being on stream for that long. Like, of course, if you're trying to do like a 12-hour or a 24-hour, I can understand that. Obviously, that's like the whole challenge. But just on average, is to be on stream for like 8 hours a day. I mean, I guess that is your job at the end of the day for some people. I get it. I just don't. I can't see that being myself. Like I just like getting on there for like maybe 2, maybe 3 hours, and it's kind of just like just not overstaying my welcome a little bit, kind of just giving them that little burst, and I just kind of just dip out. I really have been enjoying like editing and just doing the whole YouTube stuff and everything, and like even on my more private, not private, but like my more personal YouTube, I guess. I've been seeing a lot of like feedback and love for like the mental health videos and people. It's really helping people and stuff. And I didn't expect that to happen so soon. People were like subbing and stuff. And it's not about the numbers at the end of the day, obviously, but I just love seeing like my actual interaction with people. Like at the end of the day, I think I've been saying it in multiple pods. I love talking to people. I love interacting. I think we need to have more conversation in the world, just outside of content, but just like for the actual world itself, for us to progress, we need more communication, and we don't get that a lot of that. That's why I try to kind of base my content around that. When I do post anything, it's based about communication and interaction. So seeing that kind of like being reciprocated is phenomenal to me. So I think I'm just kind of figuring out my lane. That's why I love doing Truly Chosen as well, because the whole thing is about like podcasting and tier listing and stuff like that. And we're all kind of just like finding our own little way. So, it's just, definitely fire. That's definitely my high. It's kind of this whole content stuff for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you?
My lows, I don't know. I don't think I had a low this week, but I guess it would be like in total, since last time we asked this question, just like this whole rut that I felt like I was inside of, just like off depression and shit like that. Which really sucks because I really like had the whole mindset of, grind time summer and go as hard as I can, which I still am. Definitely, I'm still going crazy. But it's just like I wish I could do it without that like nagging bit of depression in the back, because I feel like I could be going a lot wilder if I wasn't having to like slowly pace myself because like of just like depression type shit, honestly. So like that's been a low, but honestly this week and last week has been a lot better. Like the past 2 weeks have been really phenomenal for me. I've gotten great, honestly. Especially because this week, because that's kind of going with my high or whatever. Because I don't know if I think me and Jez talked about it either a podcast ago or 2 podcasts ago. But I was basically saying that I was going to start therapy soon. And at that point, I hadn't really reached out to her. I knew I was going to try to attempt to, but I finally took the time to contact her and get to actually get in the room with therapy session, which like it sounds crazy just saying that shit because I really only know of therapy off like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. And honestly, it's like the exact same feeling. So you like go inside of her room. She's basically sitting there. She greets you. Hi, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you? I'm doing good. Then she starts her timer on the phone, and you kind of just sit down on the couch and just go crazy and just talk about everything. So, I've been thinking if I wanted to share everything that I basically said inside there, and I feel like I'm okay to. I mean, we talked about it in the therapy room, so I feel like I really don't give a fuck about being open with y'all niggas. But yeah, so we were talking, and she basically brought the question, why do you think you're inside here? And I was just like, hey, look, basically along the lines of like I want to know why I overthink and stress and so much whenever I like just get in certain episodes. One thing that you guys probably don't know about me is like in videos you might can see a little bit of it because I just talk so much, but when I'm not recording, anything that I'm saying inside my videos is usually just stuff that's just like inside my mind. Like I'm constantly like jumping from topic to topic to topic to topic inside my mind, which can be a good thing because it definitely helped me to be a creative or whatever. Like it's helped me a lot in the route I'm trying to go inside life. But the double-edged sword with that is if I'm in a bad mood, then it's constantly just like that. Like it's bad thoughts, boom, 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 ricochet, ricochet, and there's no way to really stop it except for just to like let it go away, basically. So, if you guys don't know, I actually was recently in a pretty, I was in a breakup with my girl that you guys probably have seen on Truly Chosen. We broke up about a month ago, and that's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to start therapy, actually, so I can go in there and like see why I overthought so much to want to end a relationship that I felt like was going pretty good. So I went in there, talked to her, whatever, and the things that she ended up telling me that was just like very, very just crazy about why this could be happening was just mind blowing. So I'll try my best to walk you guys through this the best way I can, because obviously you guys weren't there. In the same vein that I told Jez, Mikey, and Lakito, like we can only talk so much about California, but nobody will truly know what happened because nobody else was there. It's kind of like what therapy is like. So you sneeze? You good?
Nah, I said fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, so alright, so basically it went like this. She had asked me, not to give away too much because I want to, of course, respect the other person inside the party relationship. I don't want to say anything disrespectful, nothing like that. But I'm sure I can say that things ended because towards the end of the relationship, we ended up, not being as vocal to one another. I was being very closed off. Wanted to do a lot of content, wanted to do a lot of just YouTube, Twitch stuff, and I wasn't really being vocal to my partner like I should have been. So I would be inside my room a lot. I would never really leave my room, just things like that. I got busy, and then I ended up, we ended up splitting up because I felt like I was getting too busy for the relationship. So I told the therapist that, and she, along the lines was like, okay, well, let's go back a little bit further. How was your childhood? And I was like, oh, my childhood was good. Nothing really bad happened. She's like, how's your relationship with your mother? It's good. How's your relationship with your father? It's okay. He's the term father is more of like a title than a relationship. We don't really talk as much as we should, but that's still my dad. He'll still do anything for me. I'll still do anything for him. Even though he is my stepfather, quote unquote, but he was there since birth, so that's my dad. She basically was like, how is their relationship? And I was like, their relationship was not good at all. They rarely talked. They rarely were spending time with each other. Anytime we would do anything as a family, it'd be like Christmas or a holiday or some sort of thing like that. So she was like, did they stay together? Are they still together? And I was like, no, they ended up splitting up whenever I turned 18. And she was like, okay. Do they still talk to now? And I was like, yes. I mean, they still talk every now and then. They tried to get back together, but things just didn't work out. And it was basically a whole bunch of questions about family and stuff like that. And then at the very end of the session, she was like, well, do you see the cycle? And I was like, well, what do you mean? And she was like, well, you grew up in a household basically with a normalized behavior of seeing the only love that you saw between your mother and your dad being in separate rooms and that being okay to you. Like, it was never really a weird thing for me to see them never associating with each other.
What the fuck?
It was completely normal for me to see my dad and my mom just never talking ever. But they were married, and that was my mom and my dad, so it would just be like, that's a normal thing. And I was like, so what do you mean? And she was like, well, it seems like every relationship you told me today, it would be a completely normal thing for you to be closed off and never talk to the person no matter how long that strain would be. Like, you would just close yourself off and that would be a normal thing to you. And you would kind of just expect your partner to be okay with that. And since that was the only love you've seen your entire life, because my grandma died at a very young age, or for me anyway, never really went over that many friends' house. The only love that I saw that was normal to me was a bad relationship. So she was just kind of like, it just seems like the root of the problems would be how your parents acted towards each other and how that kind of just started a cycle within yourself that you never even realized until maybe now. And I was like, God damn. Like, that, when she said that shit, it was just, I had never really thought of something like that. Like, it just, I never realized that me being closed off or me not talking to my partner ever, like in any relationship I've been in, was like a completely normal thing to me, because that's all I've known. Like, I never saw my parents really love each other. They were always either arguing, which I told myself I would never do, and then they would just not talk to each other. So like this whole time I've been like, I'm not going to be the same way my dad was to my mom. I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm not going to treat her the same way he treated my mom, whatever. I ended up being just like him. And she was like, tell me some more things about your dad. And I was like, okay, well, he would get home from work around 3 p.m., take a nap, and then that'd kind of be the end of his day. But he worked every single day and didn't stop. Like, he prioritized work over everything inside the family, but we all understood that's what he was trying to do, was bring money home to the family. And she was like, well, that's kind of like you with your content. Like, you prioritize that over everything inside your life. And I was like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how, like, you pick up things when you're young and it kind of just molds you to be the person that you're being. Even if you, like, despise it as you're growing up, you still end up becoming something that you really hated, honestly. So yeah, I mean, that was all off literally just one session. Like, she dismantled me, picked me apart. She told me multiple reasons why I was doing stuff, why I am the way I am, and how that just wasn't good for some of the people that would be around me, type shit. So I was like, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, I can't wait to go back. And she said she really wants to be able to, like, sit down and talk to me more about, like, just, you know, my dad and stuff like that and how he was and everything. So yeah, it's insane. It's definitely insane. She picked my brain completely. I never would have ever considered anything like that if I didn't go to therapy, for sure.
God damn. I mean, that's really heavy shit. I did start going to therapy myself, not like a few weeks ago. It didn't necessarily work out with that therapist. Well, I'm saying, like it's a past thing, even though it's recent. But I went, like, I mean, it was like a virtual thing. I ain't go in person, so it was like twice, and I wasn't really feeling not it, but like them. Like, it was just my thing. I just didn't like it, so yeah, I stopped. And I'm like getting a new one right now, but I definitely, like, yeah, some of the stuff I guess I first talked about in that session is even though it was different from what, like you just said, it's definitely very similar. Like, that's the one thing I didn't realize, that I feel like a lot of stuff, and this is stuff that I feel like they teach in school. At least for me, like I took like AP psychology, so like I knew like some of like I knew the themes and ideas of some of these things, like being able to recur like the stuff from your childhood, like how you and your how your parents' relationship affects you and your future relationships and everything. Like like you just said, what you saw was what you saw is normal. What we saw on a day-to-day basis, you thought that was normal. So, like, subconsciously, you've just been doing that as, you've gotten older, whatever, in relationships or whatever. And, yeah, and I feel like that has a lot, like, I'm kind of, like, putting myself as well into, like, I'm trying to use, like, that same formula, I guess. And how I am towards, like, stuff like relationships or stuff like, very... I don't know, stuff that I guess like the relationships that aren't necessarily romantic, but also could be like very close friends or somebody like that. Because my parents have always been like well, fortunately, like I've always had them like they've always been like I think they're married for like 30 plus years. They have like a good marriage and stuff like that. Always they were like always very affectionate to my sister and I. So I feel like growing up, that's what I like had strived for in my own like relationships, I guess, like interpersonal relationships, I guess, with like friends and everything. Like the people I was close to, I always wanted to like be kind of a reflection of that without myself knowing, because like I said, and like you said as well, a lot of the stuff that we do or that we experienced when we were younger and everything like that, it definitely kind of comes back whether we know it or not, in a sense. So yeah, like I've always found myself to be the type of friend to, I guess look out for the other friends, like be not necessarily like the quote unquote caregiver of the group. I wouldn't call myself that. I would definitely call myself as like a more concerned. I'd be definitely be more concerned for certain friends, than maybe any other friends in that group would be, per se. So I feel like I've always been like this, like um, I always want to like be there, I guess, for like for other people. So I definitely think I think comes from my parents and everything like that. But yeah, it's shit like that's really heavy when when you first learn about it, when you first figure out like the pieces connect, because everything is like right there in front of your face. Like you like saying it out loud, it sounds like it's very like a simple thing, or it's like, oh wow, why didn't I not like understand that or realize that earlier? But it's just some things that like we just find as normal in our day-to-day lives, things that we are so accustomed to. Sometimes I stop to think, like, I guess we're like not necessarily reflect, but I just think about other people. Like if I'm in a situation, I think of what other people would think in that situation, how other people would go about it, because obviously our own way of thinking is 100% unique to anyone else. People could have the same opinion as you, people can have the same, they do the things the same way as you do, but it's always going to be like one degree like different. It's always going to be your own way. So I feel like it's very important to, I guess, consider your like the people you surround yourself with. Consider like your environment when it does come to things like, I don't know. Actually, at this point, I'm just like spitball. I'm just like speaking out loud, like my thoughts. But yeah, just I feel like it is just important just to see things from like different points of views. Not all the time, obviously, and it's not necessarily just important things. Maybe you want. I'm bad at like trying to create examples on the spot, but yeah, so stuff like that I feel like is very important. And just based off of what you said, Paul, it definitely sounds like, that shit really like hit like a bus. Honestly, like like you got all that information.
Absolutely.
And now you can get to apply that.
I never realized how normal it was for me to just lock myself out from people. I mean, like, there'll be times, I'm sure even it's like something as small as like Jez has realized it, where like I'll really just like be in my head and not say anything. Like maybe he's noticed it in the 2 times that we've seen each other, but like if he's noticed something as small as like me just like maybe for like an hour or 2 just not saying a word, just like really stuck inside my head, like that's just really how it gets. Like it's not even And the thing is, the overthinking is a completely separate problem from me, like, just being by myself. Like, me being by myself, that's just because it's normal to me. Like, it's normal for me to not be talking to people. Like, I mean, this is what, like I said, like the therapist said, this is what I was used to seeing all the time. Like, my mom, my dad never really talked, but in my childhood mind, I realized, I always just assumed, like, I mean, they're not talking, but they still love each other, and they're just not talking. Like, that's just how relationships work. So, even though, like, even as an adult, I can tell myself constantly, like, nah, it's obvious now how things work. But then when I get in a grind set of I only wanted to do this, and then look at the clock and it's 6 hours later, realize I haven't talked to my ex all day, just like, oh shit, like I really was stuck inside the zone doing this, and I just really didn't even give it a second thought to go say anything. So, I mean, like Kendrick said in his whole like album of Mr. Morale, like everything is literally about perspective. Like for what seemed like such a small issue for me, just like not doing anything and staying to myself and working on content and boom, 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 I'm gonna, you know, even if I'm not talking to her for this long, at least she understands I'm in here doing this. I'm not partying at a club or something like that. Could be a whole different thing from her perspective. Like, damn, he really just ignored me all day. Like, he's not talking to me, not doing anything. That really hurts me. So, I mean, life is just all about perspective. I'm hoping to, you know, really hash things out with the therapist, you know, over this next 2 months or so. I meet every 2 weeks, so I think I go again like on the 14th or something like that. So about 20 days from now. But yeah, I mean, it's really deep stuff. Like I said, I mean, I've said it in the video. I've said it last time before I even started a therapist. Like I feel like if you're skeptic or on the fence, then you should be doing it 1,000%.
I can see it definitely helping for sure. I think that's like the main part of like not even like healing, but just like unpacking a lot of like, you know, childhood, like not, it doesn't even have to be trauma, but it's like the way, the why you, like the way and the why you do things comes from, of course, like identifying the problem or like identifying where it comes from. Of course, you can like do it on your own, obviously through time, but I think like, you know, having a specialist who, you know, that they do that for a living, like that's what they went to school for, that's like their passion. Hopefully that's their passion. They, you know, they can either help, I guess, help you get to that solution a lot faster and a lot more clear too, so that you don't like trip along the way and stuff like that. You can ask questions, you can, you know, pick their brain about certain things, because that's what they're there for at the end of the day. And like I like, at least it was probably more in the New York trip, like when we were just walking around and like, you know, you just be, but I don't think it was like that was more of a positive thing than a negative thing. You might have just been in your head just because like, you know, we're just in fucking New York, and then we have a whole group of people here and like that have flew damn near across the state to all meet in this one place to kind of, you know, just to meet up with you basically and hang out with you for a weekend. So that's a very surreal moment. So, you know, being quiet for a little bit and kind of just taking it all in and is, I mean, I don't think it's too crazy, I guess, in a way. But like,
I guess y'all, I mean, you've never seen like the negative side of it, like maybe like, yeah, I mean, you've never seen like I guess my roommates would be more of like the telling of like, yeah, I mean, if Apollo gets by himself, just don't get mad that he's by himself. He just literally will stay inside his room for hours on end, and then we'll see him at 10 p.m. and then we'll hang out and stuff like that. Like, it'd be stuff like that, like small stuff that if you've lived with me, you understand that's just how my mind was always hardwired into doing. Like, I normalize not talking to anybody and like staying by myself, because that's just all I've been used to seeing and doing. I mean, like the way the therapist basically said like, hey, look, explain to me your family dynamic whenever you're growing up. And I was like, well, like I said earlier, my dad would get home at about 3 p.m. He'd start watching TV, take a nap. I'd get home from school around like 3:30 along with my sister, and we go straight to our rooms and just do whatever we were doing. Like, there was no relationship dynamic that was formed ever. Like, we would all be in our rooms until around like 7:30, and then we'd eat dinner, and then we go back to our rooms. Like, it was like there was no learning process for how should I talk to people, how should I be around people, how should I associate with somebody. And then seeing my mom and my dad act the way they did to each other, there definitely was no like basis for what do I do inside a relationship. So I've had probably like 3 serious relationships in my life. The first one, I was just a kid, a teenager, basically the entire time, so I really don't even count that one. The second one was mad toxic. The one where she was calling me F slurs for giving her flowers, and when she broke into my house or knocking on my window, or the fuck I said. And then with my ex that we just broke up with. So like, that was the only healthy relationship I've had, and like I ended up going into that mindset where like, oh yeah, it's cool for me to be myself. Like that's how life. I mean, that's how life formed me to be. So like, I need to really, talk to the therapist. Like, how can I reverse this? Well, she did give me some tips. She gave me a lot of tips for like stuff that I was dealing with and stuff like that. So I'll be working on that. Hashing out more of my childhood. She didn't even like get to ask me about like my real dad and like abandonment issues that I'm dealing with off that shit. So like, I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be organized in my childhood, honestly.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, it's definitely glad you get to identify it, and you have a lot more sessions to go. So by the end of everything, and if you choose to continue it and stuff and like that, it's just going to make you better. Of course, along with like, I know you're like working out now, and this is good to. I've been starting to run too, stuff like that. I know like Mikey, Lakito, a lot of some of the people are just like everyone's kind of like in their self-improvement arc right now. I just, it's just kind of good to just do stuff like that because, it's healthy for the mind and for the body, obviously. So by the end of it, you're just going to be definitely a changed person, be a better person. That's the most important thing. So, definitely
also,
going, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I agree. I was just going to say that also. I feel like, even with what Apollo was saying earlier, I know that there's people out there who say, therapy isn't, I won't go to therapy, or I'll never go to therapy because that isn't for me, or blah, 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 blah. Whatever the reason might be is, whether it's like, a valid reason or not, or who's to say, of not wanting to go, I definitely would recommend at least trying because, not necessarily just for this, but it's going to apply to many other things in your life. Sometimes you might not know you like something, or, you are okay with something, or something might be a benefit to your life until you try it. So that just may also be me coming from like a place of being open-minded. That's just the type of person I am. But yeah, I would definitely say go for it. Honestly, you have nothing to lose, and if you have health insurance, that I'm sure a lot of health insurance cover that. If not, you'll probably just pay like a small premium or whatever. If you don't have health insurance, there should be like free resources online. I'm pretty sure there's like different organizations that do like, one or two free therapy sessions, and like, or this and that. Maybe you have to pay for it to keep going, but I feel like even just getting your foot in the door, if you don't like have a job, if we like our younger audience, if you don't have like a job yet, or maybe you're like lost your job or anything like that, I feel like stuff like this has definitely been more destigmatized and more accessible. So definitely use that to your advantage because you never know. This could help, this could not help. This could be like, oh wow, I just wasted an hour of my time or 2 hours of my time. If I go like more than one time, I kind of regret this, or I just don't feel like this. And that's fine. Obviously, after you figure out if something is not for you, you just try to move forward and try to see how else you can do things. But yeah, no, I definitely would recommend that. Just definitely do your research first, see, as I mentioned before, if you do have insurance, like which, if someone takes your insurance, if someone doesn't, how much you have to pay, all that stuff. But the most important thing is to try. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty well wrapped up. Like, I recommend it for everybody. There'll be people that say that they don't need it, but I feel like those people are the ones that need it the most, honestly. Because I was the exact same way. Like, if I would have never went through the stuff I'm going through right now, like if everything would have just stayed the way it was and we would have talked about everything and then stayed together and then I wouldn't have moved into my mom's house, nothing like that, like I would have never fixed anything. And I feel like in that timeline, things would have been 3 trillion times worse because I wouldn't be working to better myself and I would just kind of just stay the way I was. So like in a, rose-tinted glass sort of thing, me having to go through one of the worst times I feel like I've experienced in my life is still going to work out in the end. Because, like, at least I'm in this timeline working on myself and actually actively trying to find out what's wrong with me and why I'm operating the way that I am. Like, if this would have never happened, then I would have just most likely kept doing the same exact thing and treating people the same exact way and still closing myself off and not even noticing that I'm hurting people around me by doing that. So yeah, I think I'd much rather be inside this one, no matter how hard it was to kind of get through that whole thing. I still feel like I'd much rather be inside this timeline where I'm actively trying to improve myself 1000%. Yeah, I mean, that's therapy time for sure. Like I said, go try that shit. My therapy is gonna be whenever Drake drops his album. Honestly, I can't fucking wait. I might need some therapy
to drop that shit.
Oh my god! Wait, when is it dropping? When is it dropping? Like this week?
I don't know. Nah. I do know it's called what's it called? All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Nah, it's called For the Dogs.
Oh, absolutely. If he drops a song called For the Dogs, I'm already teetering on debating if I should go back inside my whole phase. I ain't gonna hold you. If that shit just talking about him just being a down, dirty dog, I'm going crazy.
Oh, explain. How's that going, bro?
I don't know. I'm wanting to just not be with anybody right now. I'm wanting to focus on myself and content and just do all that stuff. But I'd be getting kind of lonely at night when I wanting to cuddle somebody. I ain't gonna hold you. That should be getting tough.
Damn, I thought you were gonna say
I was about to invent like a door dashing for cuddling. Honestly, like somebody can just go in there and purchase a girl. I mean, I mean like that, like in an escort sort of way, not like actively buy a girl, but like an escort, rent a girlfriend sort of way, like just like go on the app, yo, I want to cuddle for like 2 hours until I fall asleep, and then she come over and. Yeah, I mean it's an anime. I don't mean like actually renting a girl because girls aren't property, and obviously. I mean, just somebody that you can just like rent out just to cuddle for about 2-3 hours, nothing more, and then that's it. Like I don't even want to do nothing. I just want somebody just cuddle with and talk about my day with. That's it. Like it's not even the sexual parts I miss about nothing. It's like the simple things I miss from a relationship. Like I feel like that's like the parts that hit the hardest. I'm sure Jazz can attain to it.
Yeah, just being. I think it's just like growing up and not having like real genuine love, and then kind of learning what that kind of love is through this relationship I'm in. I think that's like you get to a point where you can't imagine a life without it. I guess. I think like it's just the small things, like just being thought about. I think that goes a long way, like more than anything else in the world. It's like them knowing like your favorite snack or your favorite meal. It's like things like that, like them bring you stuff out. Like let's say you have a lunch break. Oh, I forgot to pack my lunch, and they know that, so they bring you like Whataburger or some shit. That goes a long way to more than sex ever will, in my opinion. So it's just shit
absolutely. Like I've of course tried to talk to people with like forgetting that you also have to relearn a whole different person all over again. Yeah. So like we'll be talking for a little bit. And then she'll just ask like a basic ass, question just about me. Like, oh, what's your favorite color? And I'll just leave that bitch on red. That shit just piss me off just in itself. Like, man, I ain't trying to do this bullshit again. I just like move on like immediately. Like it really aggravates me. You gotta start all the way back over, like where nobody knows literally anything about you. And I think I even said this the other day. I don't know if I actually said it out loud, but like I ain't telling nobody about content. I ain't gonna hold you until we start dating.
You said it on the secret account. You did say that.
Yeah. Like I ain't telling nobody about YouTube, about Twitch, about nothing. Like I'm gonna be a completely boring ass nigga. I don't give a fuck.
What do you think the girl's gonna say when you say, "Oh yeah, I got a homie in New York named Taco"?
I just got a homie in New York named Taco. We're on the internet, nigga. We can know anybody we want to.
Taco.
I mean, mad niggas got homies all over the place. Niggas be talking to people on Twitter that don't even like live in the U.S.
Nah, you can say my real name. You can say my real name. Not on pod though.
So you want him to kind of like hook you up a little bit.
Exactly. You know the plan.
Why would I do that? What the fuck? What do you mean? It's mad easy to talk to girls. Just do it. Like even 25% of me, because I feel like 75% of me would be knowing that I do content in YouTube and stuff like that. Like even that 25% still mad easily pulls. I just literally get annoyed fast and don't like talking to people, so I give up and just leave them alone. ignore them.
The hardest thing about, I mean, if you like women, I guess the hardest thing, or it doesn't even have to be women. It could be like men as well. It could be anybody. Honestly, the hardest part about this shit is getting the courage to just either ask them out, or if it's like a sexual thing, that you want it to happen, and they're kind of giving that vibe to, is going like basically asking for like, to fuck or asking to date. That's literally the hardest part. Everything else you might think is hard. It's literally not, bro. Like, and listen, I'll admit though, I don't have the best fucking luck when it comes to things like relationships or stuff like that. I've only been in one serious relationship in my life. I've been in some other things, but I don't necessarily count them as serious because they were like either, I don't even count them because it's not like things were ever official or whatever. But yeah, that's literally the hardest part. Talking to people is so easy because
I have literally gotten to the point where they told me their address to pull up and I'll just go to sleep. Like, that's just how much I just don't care about being a hoe anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't give a fuck, honestly. Like, I'll just go to sleep and then not text them back ever again.
It's just so easy because, like, for the people that don't give you the time of day, easy, simple. Just stop talking to them. It's the easiest. Like, I learned that shit way too late, but it's the easiest thing in the world. If the energy you're putting out is not being reciprocated back to you, with the same, at least the same amount. If it's more than you're 100%, in the green, secured, you're good. If it's the same, then you still have a great chance of going to more. Whether that's something that you agree to of like a relationship or dating or casual stuff, that's, you're already there if you have a constant form of communication, which is like reciprocal. Because if it's not, like I said, you easily just either stop talking to them, you just say, oh, take care, move on with your life. It's that easy. And some people might get discouraged because, I might if I ask this person out or if I do this, they might stop being my friend or whatever. But honestly, if it gets to a certain point where that energy is being matched, even if that person just sees you as a friend, even if you're unsuccessful, that's fine, bro. You're gonna listen, this is a big newsflash to all the people who haven't been rejected in life, who think this shit is not normal. Being rejected is the most normal shit in the world, not just for relationships, but you want a fucking ice cream from the store, your mom's gonna say no. You want more money at your job, your boss is gonna say no. Rejection is gonna happen no matter what. You are going to be rejected many times in your life, and no matter what it is, whether it's relationship, whether it's fucking, I don't know, playing video games, you're gonna get rejected that fucking clip, whatever. It's gonna be rejection every single corner. But with you, what you do with that rejection is what you do with that rejection is going to define what you are, who you are as a person, who you can be as a person, where you can go with your goals, defining that failure. Or rejection in this case. So
I don't think a girl ever rejected me.
You lucky bitch. But that's I'm speaking for the underdogs.
Like you and Jazz.
What does that mean? Whatever.
What?
I can get that one.
No, listen, I'll be real. No, if we're being 100% honest, I've only ever been rejected to date, I guess, asking to date or to go out with. I've only been rejected twice in my life. No, that's a fucking lie. It's 3 times, but I figure 3 times is extremely better than I don't know, fucking more than that. Because 3 times, and I'm 25 years old, and 2 of those were in fucking middle school. One of them was in high school.
What? That shit don't count.
No.
A middle school relationship, nobody even knows what the fuck dating is inside middle school.
That shit don't count.
In middle school, your parents are basically dating, because they're giving you all the money, they're driving you to the place, they're giving you the location.
It was it was like end of middle school, like beginning of high school, so like around that time. But all right, so if
even high school don't count a little bit. Even high school don't count a little bit. Cause high school niggas just be doing anything in high school.
I said like junior year, senior year definitely counts.
Yeah.
So exactly, like unless you have a very unfortunate misfortune of, I don't know, just being a shitty person or just not being very what's the word? Very like typically attractive or like conventionally attractive.
You ugly ass nigga.
Sure. Then you're kind of fucked. I can't lie. Sorry, but not.
They are.
No matter what, there's gonna be someone. No matter the gender. There's gonna be someone who is gonna be down bad to either date or
my god! What the fuck?
What happened?
This nigga said if you an ugly ass nigga, there's gonna be somebody that's so down bad they might give you a chance. What the fuck?
I may have worded that incorrectly.
Nah, that's crazy.
Nah, you get what I'm trying to say though. Just
he's
so
right
you know,
though. Yeah, he's right though. Yeah,
nah, that's a crazy way to say that. What the hell?
Especially to our, I didn't say that though.
Just say there's somebody for everybody. Why'd you have to word it like that?
Now, especially I guess especially to our audience, which is like high school to college and shit like that. Even especially rejection in high school. Yeah, obviously, like you said, middle school is whatever, but even rejection in high school is fucking nothing. You graduate, and every single, like, unless it was like a big fucking deal, every single rejection you've had in high school, you're not gonna fucking remember in like 6 months after you graduate. I guarantee it. College is a whole different fucking ball game. No one has time. Like even if you get rejected in college, no one has time to feel bad about shit because it's college. You just fucking move on. You just go to the party you want to go to. You just go hang out at your friend's dorm. You just do whatever the fuck. It is college, bro. It's gonna be so, going from high school to college for me was so different, bro. Things I was worried about and like, very anxious about in high school, I didn't have to deal with it all in college because it was so like, it was just so different. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to be a hoe.
Why?
What you mean?
The thing with this generation is like I like a couple years ago when people were like, oh, like no one wants to be in a relationship, everyone's just trying to like fuck, and it's just like what do they call like hookup culture. I didn't think so of it then. I was kind of surrounded by a lot of couples, like even when I wasn't in a couple and I was just single and just just single or whatever, there was a lot of couples around me. Like, that's not true. Like looking at it now, I feel like like even like how you were saying, because like Taco's saying is true. Like if someone's kind of reciprocating like the same energy or going a little bit above it, then you should be in the green. But like watch out for the people who like, of course, for the people who are kind of like, who are not reciprocating at all. Of course, don't mess with them. But like people who are too over the top. I've been seeing so many videos on like Twitter, TikTok, whatever, of like girls and guys, like they'll be like it'd be like in those trashy ass YouTube vids where like they'd be like interviewing people at like damn near Miami, Florida, or like Long Beach and Cali, and they'd be asking like, oh, you want to kiss? Or can I slap your ass? Da, 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 da.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like,
and then guys and girls would be like, I saw this one recently. This girl was all up on this dude she just met, and she like, it wasn't like she was drunk or nothing. Like she was just mad. Like she was sober or whatever. She was just like, I don't know. She was just trying to go for it, like right in front of the cameras, right then and there.
I just forgot, like being single. I forgot there was literally no in betweens. Like they're either overly wanting it to the point where you just like, I don't even want to sleep with you because like who knows how active you are with this, how many people, because like I don't, if you willing to get up that fast, like we were talking for a week and you already trying to fuck, hell nah. It's either they want it like over too much where you kind of just like nah, I'm cool, or like they're trying to look for a relationship. And like so far I've literally have not found a single girl that's trying to look for a relationship, which honestly I don't know what the fuck I'm looking for. Like I'm not looking for a relationship damn sure right now. Hell no, I'm cool off that. Like just getting out of a relationship, you're not trying to go instantly back into another one with a whole new person. That's crazy. And I'm really not trying to fuck anybody right now either. It's just kind of like I'm just kind of like in the middle stage where it'd be cool to have just somebody. That's why basically I'm using girls for like conversation. I'll say that shit, like just somebody to talk to from like a female perspective. We'll just talk about just random shit about days and what we into and just shit like that, like just for conversation. But then like once it starts getting to crazy outlandish shit, then it's kind of like, all right, now I'm just gonna move on to the next person. Like that's kind of more what it is right now. Like I'm not really looking for a relationship, and I'm not really trying to be out in the streets because I don't know. I couldn't even imagine trying to go fuck somebody a month out of a relationship. Even that's still kind of like, whoa, what the hell? To me,
I think because you're just like you said, you just miss like the small stuff. Like you said, that it is the small stuff. It's kind of like that middle ground. But like like that's about. I don't know, I feel like not just like necessarily like this generation. Cause I mean, it's probably been going on for like forever. But if I don't know, I just feel like maybe like now more than ever, it's just like it really is just like so. Just yeah, it's either like they're really just trying to like lock it down. Maybe they really looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. And they're just like, I just need somebody. Which is kind of dangerous too. And then on the other side, just, people just trying to fuck for real. They don't really give a damn about anything. Like whether they have anything or not, like or whatever. They just I don't know. They just
fucking is just. I know it's probably easier for a girl to go fuck a guy because literally every guy is trying to smash. But like nowadays, it's kind of just like any girl is willing to put out for anything. So it's just kind of like I don't even want to fuck if you.
God damn.
What? They are.
I'm talking. I need to start saying some of these videos I be seeing. Like some of these videos are fucking.
They insane. Are. I'm being dead ass serious. Like they just like that's all they want to do. Like we've been talking for like maybe 2-3 days, and they already trying to like just send shit. Like I'm cool off that. I don't know. Hell nah. I'd rather give it time and let it develop into something maybe. But you trying to just instantly come fuck? Fuck no. And I'm at my mama's crib, so I can't really, I go to your house, but other than that shit, yeah, I'm cool. I'm trying to have sex right now. Like, honestly, like I'm really just grind focused. It just like Jess says, the small things that you miss, just like talking to somebody that knows you type shit. Like now it's kind of at the point where like, and I just now realized this, like other than family, like I'm basically 100% content creator Apollo at all times. Like I don't have a person anymore that knows me for me type shit. Now I'm just constantly on go for content at any time of the day. Like there was a time where like at the end of the day I'd be like, all right, bet now I can kind of talk to somebody about like just my day and shit like that and just be myself and so on and so forth. But like now it's like 100% content creation mode, 1000. Like it's crazy to think about, honestly.
That's very deep. That's a deep thing. You came and say like, oh, what about Z? Because like you don't see Z all the time. Like Z be doing his own thing.
Z is a musician, so he's also content. Like yeah, I can talk to him, but like we are both very busy people. So like if he's not doing something, I most likely am. Like I was about to record a podcast before he texted me like, yo, you on your way? And I was like, oh shit, I need to go to the concert because I forgot about it. But like we're both always on go, so like. You really can't ask anybody to put their life on halt to have a conversation with them and sit down for a little bit. But that's what the homie Z. That's what I like about him because he'll do that for me. Like if I ever need to talk, he'll be there to just go out and get some coffee or something one day, and we'll just talk. Like and that's just really rare to see inside black men that can sit down and talk about their feelings and how they almost cried at therapy. Like that's insane for black men to be talking about, basically. So I'm glad I had that relationship with him, honestly.
It's definitely. I don't know. It's definitely the smaller things. Shout out to Don. Don's really taught me like most things are just like energy in this universe, especially like when it comes down to sex and stuff. Everything's just energy, and like that's a very big loss of energy when you just kind of just do stuff like that and kind of gain nothing from it. But like a conversation and stuff like that goes a lot longer. So I think that plays an aspect as well. It's just like the energy that's exchanged. I don't think people even believe or even think about that aspect though.
And like you said, I mean, fucking is literally just energy exchange. Like you don't want to just, especially at the point we're all going right now. Like I don't want to exchange any energy with some bum ass. Oh shit, with some bum ass girl. Like that's it. Like I don't want any energy leaving my body. I don't want any creativity to leave my body. I don't want to contract nothing from you that you might give me to slow down what the fuck I'm doing. I don't want to find out that you only fucking me to make your ex jealous and then now I got to deal with that nigga because he knows that you fucking me. I don't want nothing from nobody. I'm cool off that shit. I'll stick to myself. Maybe grow with somebody in the near future. We'll see what the fuck happens. I'll give it a month or two, and then we'll see what the fuck happens. Honestly.
All in due time.
Absolutely. Now y'all got y'all's list ready for the submarine?
Yeah, I was thinking about it too. I ain't gonna hold you.
All right. Who do you wish was on the submarine? Even though we know about Drake's album coming out, it's still June 21st. Like we don't really know.
Yeah, the Drake album shit. Like we just got like insider type shit, like Los Polios, all that kind of shit. So big insider. Shout out that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Actually, but mine definitely Elon for sure. That's like a given. I feel like because I'm picking people who can afford to be on there, so it makes sense. And like they just they gotta if they do end up like whatever happens to them, they should be able to succumb to that shit too. So Elon, definitely Mr. Bezos. I think that nigga needs to get out of here.
Like figuratively get out of here. Like get out of here on the submarine. Yeah. I feel like Edie's like honestly, I rather him be up here and just him just kind of like living his life and just suffering every day type shit. I think that shit's more interesting, honestly. Look at that shark bite nigga. I know he can afford it too. What?
Yeah.
He wanted to be on the sub?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? What did that nigga do to you for you? You wanted to be on the submarine?
Oh,
he said it's back 5,000 years.
What the fuck?
Shark bite and fucking did a salsa dance.
What about the other nigga? Sauce.
The other nigga's not relevant anyways. He was never relevant until shark bite. To a shark. That's not his name.
He says shark bite and sauce because he'll put sauce on it.
Sauce. Or the fuck.
Exactly. It's like shark bite and he goes sauce, and then they like mix it together.
No, but shark bite nigga, it's in his name. He's the shark bite, so he needs to be in the ocean anyways. That's his habitat type shit. So.
Like you want him to survive on the submarine?
Taco, bro. What's your big three? What's your big three for the submarine?
The big three is crazy.
Damn. What the
you don't want me on.
What? What the? That's a nasty ass submarine.
I'll go that way.
Fuck.
No way. I'm
Jazz and Mogo. What the fuck?
What do we do that's that bad? That's insane.
You know,
I met Taco. We shared a glizzy. Like I can't go. We really shared a glizzy in New York. Like,
that's bro. I choked on it too.
And he still wants you to die.
No. Just good. As long as we share another one and another hole. Anyways,
I do gotta go back to New York soon.
Y'all gotta come to New York. Fucking. Anyways.
Allegedly, I'm coming back in November. Allegedly.
Oh, say less, bro. My fucking we's ready. But yeah,
I don't think we can meet up though.
What is that? Why?
Because I'm not gonna be with the company where I want to see any niggas.
What does
the fuck? What the fuck does that mean?
Nah.
Raw dog New York City? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Nah, somebody just invited me to come out to New York. Somebody that lives inside my state was like, yo, we should take a trip somewhere. I was like, where at? They said New York. So I was like, all right. I don't know if they're being serious, and I'm not saying no names, but,
I'll see the names.
You're not making it back to Georgia.
What the? I grew up knowing them. We very, very well acclimated.
Okay, buddy.
What the fuck? We've known each other for like the past 12 years.
Taco, finish your top three, bro. Finish your top three. Taco.
Anyways, top three. The top three is probably same. Same with Giga said. Probably. Allegedly in Minecraft, maybe Elon.
They patched that, by the way.
Yeah, you're fucked.
You said who?
No, honestly, I don't.
No. You gotta say your three. I know you have a big three.
Oh man.
Big three. Schrodinger sub. What's your big three?
Elon, Jeff, and
what the?
You can't copy my Jeff. You can't copy my Jeff though. You can copy Elon. Cause Elon's okay, but you gotta pick two new ones. It's like a draft.
Elon, Jeff, and the dude from the Capitol.
I already said Elon first.
I know, but wait, who's your third one, Taco?
The dude from the Capitol.
The
dude from the Capitol.
Oh, that's crazy. Him?
The dude who's from the Capitol.
Whoa. Biden? Oh.
Yeah. Whoa.
Is he at the Capitol? What the fuck? Why? What did he do? That nigga already 1 foot out the door.
What did he do?
Nigga can drown on his saliva.
Bro, I said the January 6th. The people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th.
It's like 3,000 niggas.
Oh, so you want to like
bro.
You can't put a whole group of people in. You gotta choose one person.
Pick the leader then. Pick the leader.
The leader.
The leader of QAnon.
Bro,
I don't think we can say that. Yeah,
this pod about to be. Oh Lord, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you at all. It's June 24th. We already know what the fuck happened to them niggas.
Hey, bro, what
do you mean?
What is wrong with this man?
Why'd they get on the submarine? What are you asking me that for?
Nigga, why'd you just trick us into
that
this canceled? What the fuck?
That captain said, bro, I already know everything that's wrong with it, but this submarine is indestructible. Like, it's just crazy how many parallels there are between that and the Titanic. Like, what the fuck? That's insane. Y'all gotta admit that shit. You have to. That's crazy.
It's insane, but why do you have to just... You could have started off with that.
That nigga was steering it with a fucking... a GameCube controller. Nigga, y'all are not surviving this shit at all.
No.
And the little kid in the submarine was dissing Cardi B.
Wait, so was the person that was going back and forth with her, was that someone on land or was that someone in the submarine?
They were in the submarine.
No, I don't know.
They were liking the OnlyFans girls pictures and shit.
No, but so who's the one that went to the Blink 182 concert? I thought that was the person that was beefing with her.
I don't know anything about Blink 182 concert. What happened? He left? He left the submarine?
No, I think the person you're talking about, it was a person that's his stepson that was still on land, and he went to a Blink 182 concert.
Yeah,
and then because he was like, I don't know, he said that it's because he was sad or some shit.
What? Nah,
or some shit.
Nah,
Cardi B called him out on it. It was like, nigga, you're supposed to be sad. You're supposed to be at home. You're supposed to be grieving.
He's sad. What the fuck?
Then that same guy, he went on Twitter and was like, yeah, like liking OnlyFans people.
Didn't he say shut up? Didn't he say shut up nigga or something like that?
Yeah, he said the N-word to like 3 times on Twitter, going buck wild on that shit.
He said that shit like recently. That wasn't even like a cancel. He said that shit like yesterday.
Yeah, and then he came out yesterday too at night. He posted a video. I don't know where he posted the video, but I saw the video resurface on TikTok. And he basically was like, guys, like, you know, like, I am sad. I only went to the Blink 182 concert because I was trying to mourn with music and stuff. And he said, and then he was like, Cardi, you should be ashamed of yourself or some shit. And then he was just talking a bunch of bullshit. I ain't gonna hold you. And then someone in the comments says, why'd you say nigga then? And he just blocked that.
Why did you say nigga then?
And then everyone was like, so, and then the question is posed is like, why is it when everyone's like, kind of falling off the face of the earth, they just start just becoming racist all of a sudden? Like, why is that the go-to movement? Something bad, they start saying nigga, but just out of nowhere. A black person wasn't even in the shit. It was just like, why did you start saying that?
He was talking to Cardi B.
No, but
is she even black?
He said nigga to some random person on Twitter.
Is Cardi B black?
Yeah, I think she's a black and Hispanic, I'm pretty sure. But like he was saying, he said nigga to some random person on Twitter. It wasn't even to Cardi. That was after. then he called her some crazy shit. He was like something muncher. I was like, oh.
Whoa! I don't think you can say that.
What?
Nah. No. It depends on what word goes before that. What word were you intending? What word was it? No, I think that's like if you were about to say, does it start with a C?
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so Cardi B is Dominican and from Trinidad and Tobago.
So she is for sure black.
What is Tobago? Oh, Trinidad.
It's an island. Yeah, it's an island type shit.
Yeah,
island type shit.
I don't know. Those. I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting into. I ain't gonna hold you at all.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew they were not going to survive.
Captain said there was 10 trillion things wrong with that fucking submarine, and they someone came out on that shit.
I think they came like the Navy posted or something. They were like, because they heard a noise that happened like a couple days ago, but then everyone was like, so the noise they heard was the fucking ship exploding. That's what they heard. The nigga's been dead for like 3 days. I want to talk about how they're making a documentary,
though, right?
You said what?
That's probably best case scenario that they died instantaneously.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't like drown or nothing like that. No, there's no water got in. You know, it was a very quick and like painless type of shit. I assume so. It's either that or they're swimming with Namor right now, down there in
Atlantis for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the two. It's either Atlantis is real, and like Ariel, all them niggas are real, or they with Allah. One of the two. So.
What were you saying about the documentary?
I was going to talk about. So did anyone watch it? I heard the shit came out like today or yesterday or some shit. That shit's out. You watched it?
Hell no.
I
watched the one that dropped. I watched one that dropped last week.
You watched one? So you watched one, Taco?
Can't lie to you, I can't watch it if I already know the ending, bro. Sorry.
Of a documentary? You already know the ending of any documentary. What bro? Do you not watch true story movies?
No, not at all.
They posted a picture of Walter White.
So you're not gonna watch Oppenheimer?
I mean, that's different. That's a.
What the fuck is different about this? That's not fictional. What? That's a true story. Albert Einstein is in it.
I know, but a lot of stuff in there is fiction. Like they introduce new characters. It's based off true events, but it's not
the fucking Marvel extended universe. Every nigga that's in that movie is real.
Bro,
introducing new characters. What the fuck? What characters?
The fucking nuclear verse.
They're gonna introduce new characters. What the fuck?
Oh, that's coming out
on comic book or some shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's coming out on Netflix.
Oppenheimer
movie. They're gonna fucking
the documentary, and they're saying like they're saying they're supposed to add like a gay couple to that shit because they stay doing that shit. They're gonna add like a gay black couple to the shit to make it like
it's a movie.
Yeah, the submarine documentary has to make it inclusive.
It's a documentary. Is it a movie?
No, a documentary.
They can't add niggas to it if it's a documentary. If it's a retelling of the movie, then I guess. But a documentary is like they better not do that same shit they did with fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. If it's like that, then I don't know. Them niggas really don't care. How'd you even act that fast to get that movie out that fast?
Somebody that clip with the nigga too. Like they're saying he wants to be in the documentary a little bit because they keep showing these fucking clips of him being like, I'm perfectly fine, even though the thing's gonna be, even though it's a hunk of metal that's gonna sink in the ocean, we're gonna come back up, and they're gonna fade to black and white and then show the nigga dead in the next scene.
What the fuck? Wait, so is the captain still alive or he's dead?
No, nigga, everyone is dead. Everyone is dead.
Who are they saying went down? Bro. Who are they saying like opted out the last second? Was like, nah. It was like the captain or the owner.
It was Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. What the fuck?
Yes, bro.
The singer?
Great. Yes, the story is crazy. It's Chris Brown.
What the fuck with the one with the? I can't
Rihanna.
Say that. Whoa.
Yeah.
Not that. It's no way that's Chris.
I promise you. He said he was like it was. I saw ample articles. He said he was gonna be on this shit, but he said he was emailing them to say like why am I hearing that this shit is broken, this shit not getting fixed, this, that, and the third, and then they came out and
that nigga is not Chris Brown. That's some white nigga.
I promise you, it's Chris Brown.
I just look it up. It's some old ass white dude.
What?
It's not Chris Brown.
What?
It's some fucking Heisenberg looking
that is not
nigga.
Chris Breezy, bro.
No way.
He was the digital marketing associate. So he was the one that sent the flyers out.
What?
That's way more boring. Oh my god.
No, because he got them on the fucking submarine. He sent the flyers out and advertised it. And then he said last second he was like, nah, I ain't going on that shit. And they all died. What the fuck? Rest in peace though.
They're saying fuck that. They're saying Chris Brown. They said not the Chris Brown I was expecting, but they said they're gonna cast it in the documentary.
Not that I was expecting.
Taco, they're fucking billionaires. Fuck them niggas, man.
It don't matter. Just because they're billionaires don't matter.
I mean, there was people.
Why do y'all be wanting rich niggas to die so bad? You know we gonna be rich one day, right? And niggas gonna be wishing death on us every day.
I'm donating all my money back to the community. I'm not doing that.
Listen, there was a kid on there, bro. There's a 19-year-old kid there, bro.
19-year-old kid on that is true because they did say they want to go on there. They said he was scared for his life.
Oh yeah, they said he only went on there because for Father's Day or something like that.
You get haunted, bro.
You know what?
You better have a father-son duo ghost on your ass. They're not giving up ever.
Fuck them dumbass nigga. Me chilling with the Titanic ghost. The Titanic ghost. I'm cooling.
Y'all think they like woke up with like the niggas handshaking them like, yo, you made it from the Titanic?
The record, this is Jess saying all that shit. That was Jess saying all that shit.
Taco, you said you're gonna put Elon, Jeff Bezos, and then all the niggas from the Capitol on that shit too. I'm not even trying to hear that shit. Fuck that. We're all in the same.
What's
boat.
wrong with that? We're on the same sub.
Same sub. They were getting jokes off like crazy. I can't even cry. That shit was so. They were getting jokes off like crazy. No way you were banned on Twitter too. You could have got some off too.
I'm so fucking mad, man. That's the one thing I'm mad about is I'm banned during the fucking this vital ass time on Twitter. I ain't never seen this many jokes since fucking World War III almost started. That shit whacked to me. All because I said I was gonna slap somebody. That's so ass, bro. I've been saying, look, that's the thing, bro. I said I was gonna slap somebody and I got banned. These niggas been saying I'm glad they died on Twitter for the past like 35 hours. Ban them niggas. That's so whack to me.
Elon went over there and banned cisgender and cis. That shit's so insane to me for real. I don't know. But me and Taco, we were cackling. That shit was so fucking funny. Did they ban
actual slurs?
No.
So Leafy's still saying nigga?
Yeah, obviously. Elon freed him. What do you mean? Of course. He's the one.
So why is Elon banning words that aren't slurs?
Elon doesn't give a fuck. Nigga just, I don't know. That's why he's gonna be on the sub. Allegedly.
No. I'll make sure that nigga goes in that fucking sub.
Elon.
I'm gonna go back in like fucking Flash and make sure that nigga gets on that shit. I ain't gonna hold you at all. And I'm gonna go crazy if there's like submitted that he can't get on there. I'm gonna turn evil as shits.
I am the fuck.
I am. That nigga go crazy. I'm gonna yell just like that. That's why I was thinking like I don't know. I really want to do that Danganronpa shit so I can yell that shit. I am the ultimate lucky nigga. I'm gonna yell that shit loud as hell.
Really
easy too.
I really want to do that shit. It's gonna be so fire when that happens. I just need to let me get on DreamCon. Let me get with one of the niggas from already seen pitch the idea.
Oh, I was thinking. Okay, so yesterday I was thinking. Y'all probably don't know what the fuck we talking about, but I said I wanted to make like a hood Danganronpa, like they got hood Avatar, hood Avengers, hood all that bullshit. So I was thinking instead of to make it more like realistic and more like the trials they matter more. Instead of everybody dying if you get the nigga wrong, a random person dies. Like if you guess the fucking person wrong, there's a chance the killer still stays alive and just a random nigga dies that they fucking like randomize or some shit.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Instead of everybody dying, so that means if y'all get the nigga wrong, he goes to the fucking execution thing and then Monokuma was like, well, you got it wrong. He gets sent back and then a random nigga dies and there's a chance the killer fucking don't even die at the end of that shit. That nigga's still gonna be on the fucking loose going haywire.
The story was way better. The story was just way better.
Absolutely, because now the person watching it doesn't go into it knowing that every trial is gonna be won. Because then everybody would just die if they got it wrong. Now there's a chance the trial could actually be fucking failed. And niggas just all go back to their room like, damn. We accidentally killed Berlizzi for no reason. That shit gonna be fire.
Absolutely. I can't wait for DreamCon.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Well, fuck the submarine ass niggas. Our mental health is are all peak right now. We're all like reaching a new height, and it's only we still have another second half of summer left. For some people, it might just be forever though. Cause I know it's like
yeah, niggas still ain't started. I don't know how. The niggas that commented like, damn, I still ain't even started summer break yet.
Oh yeah, Moga's still. I'm pretty sure they're not starting that shit until I think like probably this week, and they're probably gonna go back to school sometime in like end of September. It's such a weird ass summer. I hate that. Fuck that. It's nasty.
How are you still inside school though? It makes no fucking sense. Did Bruce or Aiden or any of them do anything new?
I was gonna. No, that's not really to talk about. It's like I won't call him the new Speed, but like it's like an up and coming streamer, I guess. His name is Jinxie, and he's like really big into Rainbow Six Siege, and he basically saved the game by himself. It's like a shooter game. And then like literally yesterday, he got connected with Aiden and Bruce, and he was like streaming with them and teaching them how to play the game and stuff like that. And I was just like, no, because of all the people I want that man to be hanging around with, it would not be them. Yeah, and then Bruce. It just feels so weird. Bruce being over because it doesn't even match him. I feel like Bruce is over just calling Aiden like I can't even like he just calls Aiden
Didn't Aiden call Speed like a bug-eyed, nappy dreadhead or something like that?
Yeah, he called him that recently. That all happened like in the same day. I'm pretty sure. Like it happened
today.
What the fuck?
Happened today? I think so.
I guess today, I think.
Like he called him on because Speed really not messing with that nigga no more. I think they're like actually real shit. Not even on some like they're doing it for content. Like I think he genuinely does not fuck with that nigga no more. For good reason, obviously. But yeah, like he called the nigga a dreadheaded something, and people were like, "You might as well just say nigga, bro." Like I thought that shit was insane when we were trying to end that. That's where the clip ended too. He was like, "You dreadheaded," and then I was like, "Oh well."
He was still going.
Yeah, like clip ended. He said some crazy shit after, probably. God knows.
Taco, do you want to say rest in peace to the only Hispanic Marvel representation y'all were gonna get?
Man, I gotta talk about this shit, bro. This shit pissing me off.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, you know what happened.
What do you mean? Bad Bunny was gonna be playing them, and then it kind of just.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Whoa, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
You know something I don't?
No, Chinoch.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Namor.
Oh no, hell no! I was not talking about that. Fuck no! I was not trying to make a joke about that. I was talking about Bad Bunny. Oh, but yeah, I guess we can hit on him before, but I don't know exactly. I think the story just now started, but he did get, somebody did press charges on him for rape. I'm pretty sure. He said no, I didn't do that. So I guess we'll see what happens.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
Oh, he did? Oh, shit.
I mean, I'm not one to say, yes or no. I believe victims and shit, but, I didn't mean to phrase it like that. I'm not going to say but I do support the victims. What I was going to say is, bros.
That is crazy.
No. That dude's, Tenoch Huerta's response was so, like, it was... How do I put this? There's a response, was one of them responses that you'd be getting from people who are also accused of that shit and who are later found guilty as fuck. His response sounded exactly like them statements. Like it was very like, oh, everything like we were in a relationship, everything was consensual, it might have been like a misunderstanding and therefore that's how like, I mean, I'm not, like I said, he's not technically like guilty or innocent right now, but yeah, that statement literally was like the same statement other famous people have had who have been accused of that type of stuff and then later found guilty and found that they did that shit. So because the phrasing and the wording of the sentences in that statement were very like, I honestly don't even know how to describe it. If you want to look it up, you can just always look it up. But yeah, I mean that like really fucking sucks, man. Because like I see some ample like some fire representation. Oh, finally, I guess some Mexican representation in the MCU. Fuck no, that dude's a fucking asshole. Dude's a fucking predator, bro. So allegedly, I think I just have to cast me, man. Like fucking to be the new face of what's his face. I gotta lose some weight, and I'm gonna be the new face. I'm gonna be the live action 2099. The 2099. I got the hair for it, and I got the shoulder for it.
Okay, hell yeah.
I gotta respect it.
Absolutely.
I got the skin color for it.
Are y'all the same like race though?
Well, Miguel O'Hara is half Mexican, half Irish.
Damn.
I'm just Mexican. It's okay though.
They about to put you on the stake if they get the race.
I like soda bread. Can I say that?
What the fuck?
Irish soda bread,
Go ahead and end it, bro.
What?
The podcast.
Oh my god.
The podcast.
This has been Here and Now podcast with your boy Taco, Jez, Apollo. You know, if you 22 plus and you a baddie, hit my line. I might send you something with consent, of course.
No.
Send her
my smile.
What the fuck are you talking about? Money?
Oh, I can't do anything.
Anyways, I said, I'll cash up you $20. $20.
Bro,
what?
You need a job first. Wasn't that your low? You wanted more money? Why are you sending money to girls? What the fuck?
Y'all just never send money to someone and hope
hope something what? What'd you say? Nah, we'll see y'all next week, bro. What the fuck?